Hello, my literary luminaries, and welcome back to another Tuesday Talks. This whole month has been kind of odd in terms of my ability to speak on the topics. And you'll see that more as the month goes on, because I'm looking at these lists going, I don't know what. This week's topic is, if books were allowed scents to signify contents, what would your favorite author's books smell like? I feel like this is a little esoteric. Not in that it's difficult to understand, but more that I don't know that I've ever put that much thought into scents being connected to authors and their styles. The one thing this did make me think of is in M.C.A. Hogarth's writing. I know. But Micah has often talked about like oils and scents and vials thereof, and the possibility of selling them like on a shop page or whatnot to accompany various books. For example, Lysanthere, one of the Eldritch main characters, is often described as smelling of ambergris. This is not a scent that most people really know what it smells like. And so I saw on Twitter the other day, Micah was talking about, if I put together scents to represent different places or people or things in, usually I think the Pelted universe, but probably in her other universes as well, would we buy them? And I was like, absolutely. I remember the first book of hers I read, A Rosary of Stone and Thorns. There was, I think part of the Kickstarter or something along the line had to do with, vials of scents that connected back to the angels in the stories. And I was very distressed that I'd missed out on that. But I like that concept because I have a tendency to use scents and whatnot in my writing, especially as describing characters. Many of my leading men I've noticed smell like sandalwood. Can you guess what my favorite scent is? But I like the concept of it. There's all sorts of stuff, in Doctor Who, there was a whole thing around the smell of petrichor. And if you just use that word, there's probably a whole posse of people that are like, excuse you? Gesundheit. But I was at work the other day, and it either had started raining or it had just finished raining something. And I walked out, and immediately that's what you can smell. And I like that smell. It's evocative. Smells are evocative. And they set the mood for things, and they help you visualize things. And it's part of setting the scene. I was always told in my various writing classes, you can make the scene infinitely more, give it more depth if you start talking about the smells. If you walk into the student union at school, what do you smell? If you walk into it's not going to be the same as if you walk into, the locker room at a gym, or if you walk into a bakery, or if you're at your grandmother's house. All of these are going to have different scents. So I don't know that I necessarily know what my favorite author's books would Micah's books would smell like whatever Micah puts out as the scents, to be perfectly honest. So most of the Prince's Game series would smell like ambergris, would be my guess. But I like thinking about the concept. I haven't really been able to come up with specifics for my favorite authors outside of what I've said about Micah. Again, because, as I've said before, I have trouble narrowing down exact, specific, favorite anything, but particularly authors. So, it's an interesting concept, and it's one that I think, even past this video, I'm going to sort of keep in the back of my head and start thinking about, but it makes me wonder what my stories would smell like, because I really don't know. Interesting things to think about. What do you think? Do you have any ideas of what your favorite author's books would smell like? Let me know in the comments down below, or of course on Twitter at KRyanFrey. I would always love to hear from you. If you like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new around here, why not subscribe to be notified whenever I put up new videos? They should be up every Tuesday and Thursday. But until next time, I shall bid you adieu, and I will see you all on Thursday for another Top 5 Thursday. Bye! Oh no, I'm in the wrong glasses again.